Folks, welcome back. I'm Kudlow. Special edition from the Reagan Presidential Library. Now, let's go back in time. A flashback on firing line with the great Bill Buckley and myself. This was 1998 on the dangers of the welfare state. Please take a listen.
The 60s, 70s, into the 80s was the great rise of the welfare state, the great rise of the entitlement state. And I try to be as clear as I can in the book. This was a period when government policy enabled and subsidized bad behavior across the board. We subsidized non-work, we subsidized out-of-wedlock births, teen pregnancies. It would seem even with respect to the various breakdowns of the court system and law enforcement that we subsidized crime, and certainly a lenient attitude towards it until recently. So in my model, we had a decline in prosperity, a rise of inflation, and tremendous interference by the federal government, which crowded out morality, crowded out spirituality, and crowded out family values. Unfortunately, with the onset of Reagan, and what he unleashed is continuing now in the 1990s, we are turning this around.
All right. I should have my glasses on. Joining me now to discuss all this, that was about a firing line, 1998, pretty cool. We have Linda McMahon, former administrator of the Small Business Administration and former WWE CEO and America First Policy Institute co-chair. I think, what are you? You're the chair of the board. And Brooke Rollins, former White House Domestic Policy Council director and America First Policy Institute president and CEO. You know, Brooke, I would say all the evils of the welfarism. We talked a little bit in one of the earlier segments. The government there's a story in the paper yesterday, the day before, huge increase in the food stamps budget, no workfare, no work requirements. You've got welfare without work. It's the exact opposite of what Newt Gingrich did 25 years ago with Bill Clinton. And it causes a breakdown. It causes a breakdown of morality. It causes a breakdown in communities. I mean, it's like, here we go again. But we beat it once. Can we beat it a second time?
Well, Larry, first of all, 100% yes. But if I may, Super Larry, I think it's really important, A, to note we're at the Reagan Library, B, to note Air Force One is behind us, and C, and perhaps most importantly, tonight, you are getting an amazing recognition for your stature, your leadership, your dedication, for all of these ideas for so long. So what an honor to be here with you.
No, I love you.
And really, and when we were in the Trump White House together, we talked a lot about how you were sort of the bridge. I mean, right? You were in the Reagan White House, and then you were leading the Economic Council in the Trump White House. And so the ideas haven't changed. These are Reagan-Trump pillars of prosperity, of freedom, of liberty. So can it be saved? 100% yes. Is the cavalry coming? 100% yes. It is the ideas that will save this country and what we all have worked so hard to do.
That's the thing. Linda, this crowd in the White House, and I think it's true for progressives and socialists in general, have nothing but disregard for the role of businesses, because businesses hire workers. I mean, I had this odd model that we want to help the workers, but you can't have a good high wage earning worker unless you have a successful business. This crowd hates business. You ran the Small Business Bureau in the Trump administration. We have to roll this back too. This is another one that's gotten out of hand.
Well, it absolutely has, Larry. I mean, look at what we were able to accomplish under the Trump administration. And when Trump first proposed, with a lot of your guidance and design, the tax cuts, look how favorable they were for small businesses. And when I was at the administration, I went all around the country, going to all the district offices, talking to small businesses, and they told me they would take those tax cuts, reinvest them in their businesses, hire more workers, and that is growth in the economy. And
you know what? Hang on. I don't mean to interrupt, Lord.
No, that's fine.
We have a great quote from President Trump after the tax cut bill was signed. It was in April of 2018. April of 2018. I was in the White House about 3 weeks. Take a listen to President Trump and the tax cuts.
Wages are rising at the fastest pace in over a decade. We're cutting record numbers of regulations, and we've passed the biggest tax cut and reform in American history. More than 5 million workers have already received a tax cut bonus, a pay raise, or a new job thanks to these really massive tax cuts. We're fighting to give every American, all over the country, every single American, a future of dignity and purpose and of pride.
Now, Trump in his own words sounds a lot like Reagan in his own words that we played at the beginning of the show. And the tax cuts were a great success. They helped business. They also helped workers. Why don't the progressives understand that?
I don't know. Don't you think we should make these tax cuts permanent?
I do.
I mean, we definitely need to bring that on board. We need to make these tax cuts permanent because it absolutely did encourage businesses to grow. Not only small businesses, but big businesses. And our economy was flourishing. We were the best in the world. And look where our economy is today. I mean, if you talked about earlier in the show, heading more and more towards socialism, it's just a terrible thing.
We are in decline. Brookie, you're running America First Policy Institute. You've done a fabulous job. Fabulous job.
Thank you, Larry.
You know,
Yes,
we're all trying to pitch in and help to reverse this tide, you know. And I think we don't want to, it's not name calling or cheap shots. We beat them on facts, empirical analysis, thoughtful discussions. I mean, that's what we're trying to do at AFPI, to right this ship and give the cavalry enough material to get it done when they come back into power.
Well, here's the bottom line. We know these ideas are righteous. We know they are the Founding Fathers' vision. We know they are constitutionally based, and we know they are the baseline for the greatest civilization, the greatest country that's ever been in the history of our kind. Here's what we also know, that unless you have a secure border, unless you have a government that gets out of the way, unless you have energy independence where a single mom in Detroit doesn't have to choose between eating and heating, unless you have an education system that gives parents and children the power to choose their education system, unless you have a healthcare system where the patient's in charge, not the government or insurance. These are ideas that 80% of Americans agree with, Larry. It's not Republican or Democrat. It's not up or right or left. It's up or down. It's dark versus light. And when you mention why doesn't this White House, the Biden White House, understand this? What they believe is power and coalescing power and taking away the rights of everyday Americans.
Government, state power, taking it away. Right.
We are for returning power to the people. That's what Reagan stood for when he flew on this plane with you right beside him. That's what Donald Trump stood for.
I was sitting more in the back.
More in the back? Well, you and me both.
OMB numbers cruncher. The thing is, Linda, I said this as a throwaway in my opening riff, but you know, Americans are very smart and pragmatic, and I think they know a rube when they see one. And that's what's going to change this election.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt.
There's no doubt about that. And they're going to, I think they are really in November going to, for the first time, not for the first time, they're going to again vote and show that we do need change because we can't continue the way we're going. We absolutely cannot.
That's right. Amen. Terrific stuff. Linda McMahon, Brooke Rollins, thank you. You're both fabulous. Can't
Thank you.